All right, guys, welcome to Rise with Shine podcast. So my name is Kelly Johnson, owner and operator of Shine Detailing in That's a bad way to start, huh? Yorba Linda, California. And I'm here with Tom Pellicer, who has been very, very close to me in the last 2 years. We have structured a lot of things together. We've worked really closely together on the marketing side. As you guys see our content, we have become really good friends. And he's been a therapist for sure for why we created this podcast and what we want to get out to you guys. And I'm going to pass it over to Tom so he can introduce himself as well.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? I'm Tom Pellicer. Started off in the photography business, still doing photography and videography. Just recently renamed my company to Rowco Media, which now handles a lot of content and a lot of video. But yeah, like Kelly said, we've been working with each other for quite a while now, I feel like. And we just kind of work together, we just kind of understand each other. And I think that's a pretty cool match, And so we actually talked about this a little bit ago about kind of doing a podcast. And it was just kind of like thrown out there. But I feel like we're probably in a better spot. Probably, and we just kind of have like a
natural conversation.
Yeah, and so that's kind of how it came about, and we started just not too long ago, really like bringing it back up, and we're like, shoot, let's just do it,
Yeah.
And for those in business, you could talk about things forever, and things might not get done, or you can just talk about it and just do it. And so I feel like that's something we just decided to do.
Yeah, today's one of those days, right? It's like you were fighting the odds here, so but we made it happen. We're making something happen. So bear with us while we figure this out. And obviously, all good things start from nothing, right? And that's kind of where we're going to get with the podcast and talk about my story, as well as Tom's story and the reason why we started this. I brought it to a lot of people's attention prior to starting it. Mostly, obviously, with Tom. Tom's all in with everything. So he's always like, dude, let's do it, let's go. And which pushes me to have a creative mindset, which is why we work so well together. He digs me out of the ruts and helps me figure out like creative mind space and how to build our brand, which is Shine Detailing. So which I would like to be much bigger than what it already is, not in the realm of like business, but in the realm of like the impact that we have in the world. So obviously, if there's one person watching this and it changes one person a day or one person a year, then we did our job. Yeah. And we both are on the same page with that too. So I'll lead that into why. We started this because on my side, and Tom has a different story too. That's the beauty part of it. But I started this, and I wanted to start this because I want to build brand authority within our space. If you are a detailer watching this, there's a number of scenarios that you guys have all been through with mobile, with a fixed location, maybe even working in a dealership. And there's just so many variables to this industry that create a lot of problems, a lot of good things, a lot of highs, a lot of lows. And I want to expose those things. And I want to expose them through different people. I want to expose them in myself. I want Tom to help me expose those things that I may be weak in or maybe struggling in. And this podcast is designed for my side to be brand authority, and then also just bring out a person in me that you guys can trust is most important, and build that space. So that's where my heart comes from in this.
Yeah, no, I absolutely dig it. It's a great when you came to me and we talked about that. The brand authority, I thought, that is absolutely awesome. Because in this day and age, like, kind of people are popping up left and right. People are kind of coming and going. And you've been very successful over the last several years. It's kind of your next step.
Yeah.
And I feel like creating that authority, because you do great work. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And so not only to show that, but then to come from your experience and to share the knowledge, I think that's always the next step in people's like evolution to kind of grow, is to be able to share, right? You can hoard all the information and whatever, that does nothing. But I feel like the people that decide to share and to kind of give back and to show people like, hey, there's a lot of stuff out there, I think that's awesome. For me, when we started talking about this, I've always loved podcasts. I've kind of listened to them all the time. And for me, like I've never seen myself on this side. But at the end of the day, I said, screw it, man.
Yeah.
Like, let's go for it, Like probably last year, I kind of got in front of the camera a lot and started kind of pushing my Instagram. And then I kind of backed off. But it wasn't as bad as I thought. So when you said that, like, let's do it, I was like, yeah, let's totally do it. So having said that, the reason why I wanted to do this was to really learn from people. Like, I don't plan on being on this side all the time because my side is really on the other side, but I want to be around. I want to just kind of fill in when I can. And I just want to learn from other people.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I didn't truly have a mentor. Like my dad passed away kind of early in my life, and I just didn't have people to really learn from, except for like YouTube or whatever, and I think it'd be really cool just to hear people's stories, to see how people grew up or how they see the world. And so the whole Rise with Shine, I feel like it's pretty cool because there's so many meanings to what that means, rise, rise in our like education, our level of faith, or rise in health, and rise just like rise above. Like, I don't know. I think that's a really cool thing that we got started here. And I think we have a bright future in this. I think, I mean, I think a lot of people will be able to relate. And I think that, the conversation will get kind of deep sometimes. But I think it's all good, man. I think it's going to be fun. I feel like, with your presence and your character, and carrying conversations, I feel like this will be super rad.
Yeah. And I'm thankful for that too, guys. Like, just for you guys to even be, I mean, as of we're sitting right now, it's like me and Tom don't even know what we're going to be doing, right? And that's the full honest truth. We have a guide. We know what we want to talk about. We know what we want to do. But this won't be just another ordinary podcast. I can promise you guys it won't be. Like you said, it's going to get emotional. We talk on the phone daily. We text daily. This isn't just like, and I want you guys to understand this too. We're doing this out of our own pockets. Like we built this from nothing. There's nobody helping us. We just had this vision that we felt could go and help somebody, and obviously there's a future in podcasting. There's a future in, sponsorships and stuff like that. But ultimately, like we said, brand authority. Tom has like the ability to learn everything. It's wild. Like, if you guys knew what was on the backside of this and what went into this, which some of you may, and maybe some of you can give us pointers, right? We're all up for everything, right? But like the amount of time and effort reorganizing his office and doing everything so we could have a space that's to have creative authority and all that stuff too. It's just cool to sit in front of 3 cameras, bounce back and be true. And you know what, dude? It's going to get better, guys. It's going to get better. It'll get more fluid. We already have a lot of guests in mind that I think that if you guys stick around for a few episodes, you're going to get some stuff from me, from Tom, and then we'll start introducing some other people into the story.
I feel like we're going to bring a lot of value.
Yes.
I think right now, these days, like, there's so much stuff with AI. There's so much stuff out there that, like, coming back and just giving value, being honest, and just kind of coming from the heart, I think a lot of people will just relate.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much crap out there, and the people that we have in mind, I believe, will just bring, like I said, a ton of value, and hopefully just kind of make you think, right? Make you think like, wow, I never thought of it that way. And I think that is going to be, like I said, if we could affect one person a day or a week or whatever, like, we're doing our job. And I think, not only is it good for us just to kind of get stuff off and just talk about things as like grown men, but just to, like, I don't know, share.
Yeah.
Share.
And I feel like you make a good point about being grown men. Like we going back to my background, and we kind of skipped that, but we can kind of get into that a little bit too, is my background was not in detailing. It was always a passion, but it was never it was never something where I was like, hey, I'm going to go do detailing. It's going to take care of my 4 kids. It's going to allow my wife to stay at home. It's going to feed 8 people on the daily. That was all God's provision. I just have been very faithful in committing my life to God, which is a huge principle that we have behind this podcast, which is faith, family, business, and our health, like Tom talked about. So, and I feel like we both have been on a health journey. I've personally lost about 100 pounds, and you guys have watched that on social media. I don't hide anything on social media. I've been told to hide things. I don't believe in that. My social media, if you guys follow us, it's at Shine Detailing LLC. You'll see my kids on there. You'll see my wife on there. You'll see my business on there. You'll see me on there. And if you don't like it, that's why there's plenty of other channels to watch. And that's the real truth, guys. Because I've inspired a lot of people, and I know that just from my fitness side of stuff too. So, but going back, I mean, I have a degree in healthcare administration with a focus in business from Cal State Fullerton. So I am educated per se by the world standards, but that doesn't make me. What makes me is the life lessons that we've had in the last probably 2 years. It's what's made me and painted the picture. So I have 4 beautiful children. My first is a 15-year-old boy named Troy. My second is Jet. He's our 11-year-old. I'm sorry. And then we have a 7-year-old. Her name is Presley. And then I have an 18-month-old whose name is Ellie. So I have 4 children, and my beautiful wife, London. So Joe, get emotional.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on my side, I'll let Kelly gather his thoughts again. But on my side, I started off, just kind of working basically. I went to college. I played football, JC. Once that was done, just kind of got into the workforce. I lived in Atlanta for a couple years, 4 years. Lived in Arizona for a couple years. Came back and just jumped back into life and just started working. And, I reconnected with an ex-girlfriend of mine. Going on 20 years now. We ran into each other at Blockbuster when there was a Blockbuster here in Yorba Linda. Yeah, it was a crazy thing. It was just she was breaking up with her boyfriend or whatever. I broke up with my girlfriend. We just ran into each other, and 20 years later. Yeah. Now we have 2 kids. We have Colton, which is just turned a teenage. Well, actually, he'll be 14 soon. And then Rowan, my 10-year-old daughter. There's no words. They're just amazing kids. Super proud of them. And and my wife just runs everything. She just runs it all. So props to you, Heath. It's not easy. I get it. I wish I was around more to help out, but hopefully that will happen.
Yeah. And I think before I turned into a little baby there for a second, guys, sorry about that. But clearly, who the emotional one's going to be, and maybe we'll bring some out of Tom out. But
just kidding.
Kudos to my wife too. She runs the whole thing. I think we do the best we can as husbands and fathers to be present. Like me and him juggle games, baseball, football, flag. I mean, you name it, we're always there. And we encourage every one of you too to make that space, because that space is going to be gone.
It's really what matters.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, work is work. And a lot of people say that, but at the end of the day with family, and I wish I was stronger with it, but I know deep down, that's what I want, know, I feel like I'm working my ass off for that, but it doesn't seem like that on the other side because I'm always working.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it sucks because all I do is work for them to have what they want. Mm-hmm. But I'm never there. So it's kind of one of those things that's just, it's a double-edged sword, I think. But, but at the end of the day, if we plan things right and do things right, they'll get it.
Yeah, but I feel like you're also, just from being around you for a few years, you're kind of offsetting the generational curse, right? Because your dad was gone early, and my dad was actually always present, just not mentally, right? So he was always physically a body there, and my dad's gonna watch these too. So Dad, I love you, but and he's now everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Now he's grandpa, Papa Shine. So here every day. So we're making up for things that were missed in the past. But but yeah, that's what I made a vow to my wife, is that, hey, I might not always be physically present, but I will always promise to be there.
Yeah.
Whatever that case may be, even if it's working from the field or answering calls from where we're at. And we're working through those boundaries too. So I'm sure there's a lot of you guys. I jokingly said this in 2025, that I wished 2025 would end and 2026 would start. And I wish I could take back 2025, because 2026 has been a literal kick in the thigh.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people, just from having conversations with people, there's a lot of people in the space right now where they're thinking the same thing. Yeah. They're like, 2026 has been, and we're what, 3 months into it. It has been an absolute runaround. It's like a merry-go-round. And I'm hoping that this slows both of us down, and allows us to get feedback from people. And, you know, there's days like today, guys, like before we shot this video, I mean, this has been probably the hardest, like 3 weeks in business. And it's like, but God's still here.
Yeah.
You know, he's still making that space. And he's still going to keep pushing both of us to be able to make this happen, however it happens, whether it's once a week or whether it's once, you know, a month. We're going to be consistent with this, guys. We really made a vow to each other to do this. And whether it comes unfiltered, filtered, edited, whatever, we all have a vision for that as well. But we're going to do our best to make sure that we come across as much as possible and talk about a lot of the topics that are bothering us, because I can almost guarantee you probably 90% of you are going through the same thing.
Yeah. And all the positives too. And, you know, I feel like sharing the wins too is not necessarily just bragging, but it's also just kind of, you know, showing that, you know, where there's struggle, there's also positive. You know what I mean? So I think we'll just do a good job all around, and I feel like we'll share what we do, what we can, what we will, you know, not every day is a bad day. We'll have some great days too. And I think that, you know, sharing those wins will also give you guys hope that, you know, if you guys are in a down spot, like, shoot, it comes around, it'll happen, you know, and you just stay positive, you know, like Kelly's like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the shop right now. And it's just like, bro, there is a plan and it's hard to see, but man, you know, sometimes, you know, God, like they say, God only gives you what you can handle. You know what I mean? And right now, obviously, he's pushing the boundaries with you. But you know what? Like, he's doing it because he knows you can. And I think that's just going to make it tough. It's just going to make you stronger for this year ahead and maybe moving forward. So, you know, he's testing you. And, you know, just pump the brakes a little. It's kind of,
let's go back a little bit.
So man. I mean, we'll say that for another time. But we just wanted to really like start off our podcast. You know, kind of give us a little bit of background. We'll dive deeper, I think, in future episodes, obviously. But we definitely wanted to just do our introduction, kind of show you where we're coming from, and then take it from there. You know, we will have some topics, some people to basically interview, and I think our big thing is really to give you guys value, because at the end of the day, you know, you guys are spending the time to listen to us. So hopefully we can give back to you guys.
And then on that too, guys, like if you have feedback, there's a comment section. There's, I mean, my direct email, phone number. We're gonna make everything visible and present. So if there's some things that you guys want to hear and there's topics you want us to go over, please put those in somewhere, or email Tom or myself, or anything you guys can give us to broaden this aspect of like what we're doing. I'd greatly appreciate it. I know Tom would too. This is a learning thing for us. It's like my son's extremely excited to watch this. I'm sure Colton will watch it and learn stuff about you as his dad. And there's just so many different ways that we're going to touch certain areas of life between the two of us. Like I didn't even, guys, this is full truth, I didn't even know Tom's story about where he grew up and how things went and how he met Heather. And I know Heather, which is crazy. I don't know her personally, but I've met her at the baseball fields and we've done things. But so there's even just this conversation brings things out where you're like, man, dude, I didn't even know that. Right? And that's what these are for, is to get things off your chest. And then walk away with life and be like, okay, cool. Like you said, before we hopped on camera, like, hey, like what's something that you could change right now? Right? Like what's something that's bothering you? What's something because the more you talk about it,
Yeah.
the more it comes into fruition and you start to like realize, okay,
Yeah.
maybe my life isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Maybe the fruits of my labor are genuinely good. Maybe
Yeah.
God has got the plan, right? But until you start verbally talking about them, you're up here, and this is the most dangerous spot to be, right? When you don't have anybody to talk to, or you don't have an outlet, this area up here can be extremely dangerous.
Oh,
right?
it's bad.
Extremely dangerous. So, and we'll walk through some of those things as well. So,
well, right on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep this one kind of short, and we'll have some structure going forward, and we'll keep things moving. But we hope you guys subscribe. That's going to be huge. That will obviously help us grow and kind of get out there in the algorithm, and hopefully we could help a lot more people. And just come, two guys from Yorba Linda,
Hey, do us a favor.
Just doing our thing,
Do us a favor though, guys. Please, if you can like and share and comment, that will help us.
Yeah.
Like I said, even if it's one button, just smash the like button, smash the share button, something.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
This is Tom's world, not mine. I just like to be in front of the camera and tell you who I am. So he'll walk us through that. But yeah, if you guys can share it, it'd be awesome. So
right on. All right, brother.
All right, guys. Take
care. Cool.
Thank you.
Yep.